I think I told you that the Rebbe Rashab said it in twice, but it's a mistake. He said the same mimer twice. He said the whole mimer twice.
Just this one?
This one. That's it says Shabbos Parshas No, this Shabbos Parshas Balais.
Same thing?
Yeah. Exactly the result of mimer, being that I was so deep in the when ich verstanden. So
yeah, you ever gesagt.
Yeah, the result of mimer.
They went in for Chazorah and then he saw that this was nicht gegangen. He said, I'm going to say this one again.
Have a look.
Nee, es ist also ein Tier für die ältere Chassidim, was gewesen Chayzer bei der Rebbe Rashab.
Nein, was? Try to do we could do.
It's just like this.
So Meshke Gerari, that's here from my captain, he heard from Meshke Gerari. So upon him he was there. Fine.
It's Nussen's father, no?
Yeah.
Thank you, as I have said,
yeah.
Who were the Chayzerim by the Rebbe Rashab?
Exactly. The Shalom was a Chayzer. Shalom Kraten. Who else? I don't know.
Akopanim, that's too. And then you see the other
There's different kofas
okay,
also.
whatever, it's not coming up right now. I'm not saying
Maklitim? So, no, so it's negation. You count the people of Gershon's family. Yud Ches. Amud Yud Ches at Chalat HaMaimer. Beginning of the Maimer. No, so it's negation. Why does he have to say also them you should count? Why would I think to the friendship between Bnei Gershon and Bnei Kahos that you have to tell me also them I should count? Gam also we have to understand the Rechlal. What is the concept of Nesiyas Reish B'Chlal? Why does it say to count? It could have said a different losh. Fine. That is a duke and Nesiyas Reish. And this goof there's a Chiddush of Bnei Gershon Gam. The Shiur is already in the Likutei Torah. Fine. There's two concepts in Atzilus. On one hand, is Gilei Helem. The Gam Bein Arech. What I would say that what's not Atzilus is a revelation of what existed previously. Also, we say in the same breath, we say that Zein Arech. It's nothing in comparison to what it was. So we explain the answer to this question. It's
also Bein Arech to what's after.
Ein Arech to what's after mitzad the pshitis shele, yeah. Okay, fine. So whatever. So basically, it is v'kelim. Yeah. Okay. No, the part of Atzilus which is Ein Arech, then what later is not is Gilei Helem already, because the tzir of Bia is Gilei Helem of Atzilus, of the Sfiris of Atzilus. So it's Atzilus itself, the kelim are Ein Arech, but kelim the Bia is Gilei Helem from kelim Atzilus. Now we spoke about not the hisavus that it became a bria nivra separatism of the tzir shalei is already, even though it's not a lakuz, but the etzemi of tzir is nicht chidush. That's I think as everyone comes up some maskana for you. So the fizeh, so in this boy, shezel b'chnas ha'eres v'kelim da'atzilus. Da'kelim hein be'ein arech. Is the short kelim is bein arech because it's tzir, it's hagbol, it's not the way he is, it's not pshit saying so. Is the shoshim akav arem shechosim and sof shlifnei tzimtzum. So we explained, although it went through the tzimtzum, mikol mekem it's negeh of a dovok bein sof shlifnei tzimtzum. So v'meila arei zeh b'bchinas gilei helem, so it's the Eibush revealing himself in the hair. So that's the way it's explained till now. And this question is also in some of the dog is refrain akasha and this whole teretz. You want to differentiate. Atzilus, he said, Atzilus is a mamutz. Therefore, Atzilus has two parts. On one hand, it's Gilei Helem, the air. But the Kelim is Yesh Me'ayin, Shalei Be'erech, Ein Arech. So he asks, how can you make such a distinction? The simple question we would ask, if so, how is it that Eres v'Kelim come together? I mean, that's the Nekudah which he's going to explain by Riches in the Sif. If it's so that this is Gilei Helem from Ein Sof, and this is Yesh Me'ayin, Ein Arech, if we want to stop Sheres Bekelim, so this itself comes to is Machriach, the Betzim, the Eir, is Be'erech HaKelim. If I say, the Kash Tzarik, How does it fit the two Lashenis and Atzilus that is Gilei Elam and Yeshmai? Fine. Chadayin tzor lahovin sharei mashkos v'chochma me'ayin timotzei mashma dekoya klos ha'chochma gam b'chinas ha'edu chochma, and everything it says is me'ayin. Anything about chochma is me'ayin. Shuv b'chinas ha'edu rech l'gaber insof ke'erech yesh l'gaber ayin. It's as is mashma. Since he didn't differentiate, he didn't say the kliya chochma me'ayin timotzei. He says v'chochma, everything about chochma. והרי לפי הנ"ל פרק ח' הקו נמשך מניצוש לפני הצמצום, הרי הוא בבחינס בלי גבול, ולכן האריס הם גם כן בלי מה בבחינס פשיטס. We explained before the calf comes to Sosh Lifnei Tzimtzum, so it's unlimited, and therefore it's pshitus. Im kein Eich Shaykh Leim Shem Ben Aleich. So how could I say it's a this in Atzilas in never that is in Aleich? So the question that he asked previously, that's Gilei Elam, he's not going back to it. The Rabbi is sticking with the fact that it's Ein Arech. How is Shaykh to say it's Ein Arech? How could it the Eir that's Ein Arech? Omel Mir Shleimar Shegam Eir that's a Sfiris Hanim Shoch Min HaKav Ein Rotze Leimar Shem Pshutim Legamri K'mi Pshitus Eirin Sof Mamash. It's not the Pshat that they're in ganzen Poshet Pshitus Mamash, and maybe they'll ask, how can I say it's Ein Arech? It's not Pshitus, K'mei Pshitus Eiris Sof Mamash. The fact that it's Eiris of Atzilus, it's Shenish Vida Ein Sof, the Pshitus Ein Sof. Shaharei gives a proof for this. Eimer B'Seif Yitzira, Es Sfiris B'li Ma. Haregam K'mei Shehein B'li Ma, even the level of Sfiris that are B'li Ma, Harei Mechinas Es Sfiris HaKaponim. So you could say 10 B'li Ma, 10 Pshitus. So it's the Pshitus of Chesed, the Pshitus of Chochmeh. It's not Atzmius Pshitus, it's not the ultimate Pshitus, it's Pshitus of this idea. It's the way this thing is the Eifim Poshut, the ultimate Pshitus of this, like we said the other time about the idea.
What is the Blima referring to?
To the A also.
To the Or before it's Nislavish in Kalim?
Can't say Phil sagen als das sagt. Shaila is what when it's coming to Slavish. And it comes to Slavish.
Then why are they calling it Blima?
Because the Tzir Shalei is not Messiah, it's not because of him. It's thanks to the Kalim. Kalim make Hagdor in there.
So good, so he's talking about the Or, not as it's in the Kalim.
Right.
He's talking about the actual Geder Or.
Eir HaChochmeh is Mislavish and Klei HaChochmeh. It didn't become Eir HaChochmeh only after it was in Slavish. It's already as a Sfiris Blima. We're talking about the Sfiris Ne'ef of Blima, was before they got the Hakbola from Kalim. We're going to see later.
So what's going to distinguish them then?
So we're going to have to say that there's different. There's Sfiris Pshutis, let's say, and then there's Sfiris Mitzuyoris. In the air, it's the Pshitus of the Chochmeh. Keli is the Hakbola of Chochmeh. What is the difference? So we mentioned there's a mimer from the Rebbe Rashab.
Pshitus of Chochmeh. If it's Chochmeh, hangs a Poshet. Yeah.
It's nicht so Poshet, sagt. Es ist nicht so Poshet zu sagen, that it's the Pshitus of Chochmeh. So let's say a Moshel Gashmi, let's start Gashmi. You have, for example, the fire in the flintstone. The fire in the flintstone is fire or not? You can sit in the water years and it doesn't change the Keyach Ha'ish. You're not going to. Even if is fire, it's a potential for fire. It's fire. So Mitzad Echod, it doesn't have the Hakbola of fire. It doesn't have the Hakdoros of fire. Mitzad Sheni, this is the Keyach of fire. The Ayin of fire, so to speak, the Alulis of fire, the whole Etzim Keyach of fire stems from this. Or we'll give another motion for this. Take, the Chassidus gives the other Mishal, Ruchnim Yeser. Let's take, this is a motion, I don't know if it's brought down when they get to this in Chassidus, but let's take the motion, Rekiva Sagarin. He said the tree grows from what is it growing? From the rotting of the seed. So is it growing from? So what's the main thing of the growth? The kavon. The ayin. When it loses itself, when it becomes nullified, it loses its seal. Only then is mislavish the keach hatzemeach and makes it matzmiach. So if someone asks, what's the real amitis amitzias of this ilon? So if I'm looking externally, I say, look, what the ilon is, the trees, everything. I could bump into, I hurt my head, whatever. But the thing that's tangible about it. to look at, to say that, it's the mitzvah mitzvahs of the tree is, it's not, this whole thing is only external thing. Amitose and amitis kecha, really where it begins is where it loses itself. Or the same thing when they get to the chicken.
Does it really grow from the Rikoven?
Thanks to the Rikoven. The Rikoven makes the growth. It's of course it's kecha tzemech, tachyor's deshe, but if not for this state of the thing losing itself, it can't make it. Der Yesh wächst von dem Ayin Bais, von Yesh Ayin Yesh.
Right, but that Ayin only facilitates.
In a Yesh Hanirkav.
Only then, yeah.
Yeah, in other words, that tree is actually growing from the seed.
Yeah, but the seed, the way it is.
The seed right now is contained within itself. So it cannot cause a tzmicha.
Yeah.
So you have to break it out of itself.
So that state of being is Ayin.
You're not saying that the seed is Meir, the Kech Tzemech?
It's Meir Kech Tzemech, yeah. I'm saying, why is this Meir Kech Tzemech?
But according, the Kech Tzemech is Meseder the seed.
Yeah.
In other words, if I'm going to plant a watermelon seed or I'm going to plant a peach seed, I'm going to get watermelon, I'm going to get peaches.
But when it's going to...
So it didn't lose itself.
True. It's true, of course. But what is the state of the thing that makes it happen? Dafka when it comes to Klal Ayin. It's it becoming Ayin. But it's state of Ayin.
Because right now it's contained within itself. So it's not made of the Keich HaTzameach. It can't because there's no connection.
Because it's B'tziyuri, it's not a Keli for Epis HaChavizich. He's Mugbu. He's containing what the Hagdor is containing himself. And it's off my fecher, it's B'Hagdorosi.
Right,
when he loses
what he is right here.
So when he loses
the minute you break that shell,
so he comes,
let out the whole DNA or whatever you want to call it inside.
The Ayin Shabbat, let's call it, the verlieren sich in it.
No, the Ayin is the Rikoven.
The Rikoven.
There's two in the seed.
What's the Megala?
It's Megala, the Etzem of the seed.
What's the Etzem?
When does it come?
Hechef and Shiur.
No,
it's just the act. It's part of it.
No. The seed is the Shiur. It has the whole seed of the tree within itself. Yeah.
So how does it work? It stays a seed, and from there it starts growing?
No. The shell of the seed, the gashmis of the seed goes off.
The whole gashmi.
So now the Shiur of that tree, which is contained within the seed, the kayach or whatever, this now combines with the kayach hatzameach ba'aretz, and the svaks l'fiyarach the seed.
So what we're saying basically that it's in ruchni. It's not the Hagshom, it's not a Yesh, it's the Ayin.
It's whatever.
Of course. Say
whatever.
Out for Fiyarech, it's not Yesh Ayin Mamish. Over the Fiyarech. We're saying the Keich Eishim Tzorach Alamish. It's not Ayin.
But what I'm saying is that Tzmicha is actually not from the Ayin, it's actually from the Yesh.
When the Yesh loses itself. It's the Amitis of the Yesh.
Yeah.
It's Nimtzo Ba Yesh.
It happens when there's a bittul. But the actual tziyur of that tree or that plant or whatever it is actually remains.
100%. But
that never became Ayin.
But it stayed the way it is, why not? Because it has to elevate itself.
It's contained within the seed. So das was nisharais can...
In other words, he's limited.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
I don't know.
Some people salt their watermelon in order to bring out the sweetness. The salt it draws the blood from the flesh. Yeah, so some people put salt on the watermelon. What happens? The salt breaks down the walls of the watermelon, and the sweetness is able to flow out. So the same thing is happening here.
It's like a juice.
There's a rikoven in the outer shell of the seed. And the tziyur of the particular plant, which is contained within the seed, this is able to go forth and combine with it, and then grow.
So the tziyur can come out only through the rikavan.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So
right. Yeah, but the actual smicha is actually taking place from the yesh and not from the ayin. That's what I'm trying to bring out.
Becoming a ayin, there's a yesh
through the tziyur. The tziyur is then able to go weiter.
He's saying there's something in it that wouldn't be revealed if not for the verlieren sich. It's not that verlieren sich ever to is not so Zach kommt. It's Shabbatei which would never be able to be in this gala.
That's right.
But what is this mitzias? I can't see it if it's a mitzias. In other words, It's Nelam, it's not a Metzius Mamish. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm trying to figure out. It's not like...
Well, it has its Shiur, because otherwise the plant wouldn't grow according to its
but what's
Shiur.
Pshat the Tziyur? The Tziyur is not Metzius the Tziyur, it's a Mamish the Tziyur, or it's a Ruchnis the Kabis.
I mean, I would just compare it to, or say that it is today, what they call DNA. I mean,
What's DNA? If DNA could be
it's a whole pattern of what this thing has to look like.
It has a tfisi, it could be tefis, begashmis, maybe a dime, or
They can read DNA
you
today.
read it.
You can read it.
Again.
You can unravel all DNA. There's a whole code within everything. You can take a DNA from my hair and know that I killed that guy over there because.
Say nelam.
No, but I'm just saying. But it's
very, very nelam.
yes.
Erech the matzav hayesh that we know it. We're not gonna say kringre.
Yeah, legabi,
Whatever it is, it's a certain state of feelings. Let's go a step further. Of course, it's dir. It's not that you say havas chadosha, but it's dir. Raven shalayim v'yerech. Another state. Let's say nefesh. You have the same thing in all keiches and nefesh. Chesed. As we mentioned many times, you have this eres chesed to do kindness. So there's this eres chesed actually for chesed. Then there's where is this coming from? What's sibas I say this? So there's something to the person, to the nefesh, also that edelkeit of, which is before it came the klal tzir of his eres chesed, before a feeling of kindness. He has that fineness, or even before that, there's a level before that which we can't express even, and that's ultimately the source of all the eres of chesed. That's the aid of chesed. Kedem Shabbat Klal Tzir is already shaykh with tzir. There's already shaykh to the zin, like saying it's a shaykh to the tree. It's already shaykh, but being kei it's l'mayla mitzir l'farket. That's the source of all the different tzir that are going to be coming. Is thanks to this power in the nefesh, which we never get in touch to, and we never speak about. We never know what it is because it's beyond description. But by mitiyos, that's the sheish. In other words, so even though we're speaking chokhmah, we're saying there's a tzir in the air, there's esesvides. But it's Eid the Chassidus, it's Pshitus the Chassidus, it's the Ayin Hadover, it's not the Kalam Tzius Hadover. Once it comes to Kalim, then it gets a Tzir Mamish. And by MS, in Eir Gufa, there's also 3 levels. Like it says, there's 3 levels in Kalim. This time we'll come into it one day, 1 second, maybe very, very soon. So too, in Eiris, there's 3 levels. This is in Pshitus. What we're saying, this is beyond the Metzius of Kalim. By MS, in Eir Gufa, there's 3 levels. There's the lowest level, the way it's already a mokir l'isavas, then there's before it's b'chal mokir, then it's whatever. 3 dagas and notes, whatever. We'll see. So what do we say over here? That there is spheres in Eiguf. Let's see. No as spheres be'eres gamkein. So from here, what he says here, it's mashma that before Lavdafki was speaking about the tzir in the Eid. He's just saying that you could find in blima as spheres. Then he says, we see clearly, Matzina Spheres Beis Gamke, Kemei Spheres da Atik, Vari Ba'atik, Lo Yesh Adayim P'chinas HaKelim, Koidu, being the Ein Elikim Imodi, that with me, the Eibush himself, Atik Yemin Itmar, he's speaking about Atik, and then that's Imodi. And if there it says Ein Elikim, Elikim P'chinas HaKelim, Ubatik Yemin, the Ein Elikim Imodi, there's no Helen, there's no Agbal, it's him, the Eibush is the Alchemesho. There's no Zulas, doesn't have to relate. It's the essence of the Eibush, there's nothing else other but himself. The Yesh Leimad, this that we said that there's no Kelim in Atik, and still there's Esesiris, like there's the Gimel Reshenis and Zayin Tachtenis. So all this that we say there, the Mash, Batik, Leyesh P'chinas HaKelim, Hainu, Shele Yesh Shav In HaKelim Klal. Leirak Heder Mitzir Shel HaKelim. It's not only that the Kelim are in a state that they're lost to something higher than that. Rather, there's no kelim at all. There's no sisvakul zulas. Like saying yechideh, shas gila yechideh. The pshat is that he realized the Eibush is greater, the Eibush is bleak full. I should run him. I should want to be him everything. Like Abiyam is koloch, shev insignificant. Shas gila yechideh, whatever the Maimon now at the tetzava is what's the feeling that there's nothing but the Eibush. That's existence. Das is mitzias. Das is mitzias. So it's not that she's fighting with something, there's a managin, there's something more worth, less worth. This is the Nakud from Mesiris Nefesh. It's not the pshat he has to fight with something. This is the way. Like it says in Chassidus, there's 2 levels of serving the Eibishter. Whether he realizes that anything but the Eibishter is insignificant, or he comes to a deeper realization that there's nothing but the Eibishter. What should he do? What should he do? This is the only thing to do. It's not that he has to go somewhere, he has to look for a reason, for a desire, for a benefit. That is the thing. That's the pshat. Gilei Chide and I guess on Shama, there's a Lamailo. I think in Zrok is Rizula. So what's the place of Kalim? There's no to whom. What is now? So he says, Hakam, Shabadregi Shalamayla Matik dat Silas. Kimei b'pchinas Ak. Mevur b'mokem achronis baragam kalel perik Yud. The head that I came the Shom, who rak b'pchinas head hametzias chulu. So he's saying, how do we say that an Atik, there's no Kalim, if in higher than Atik, in Ak, I mentioned before that the head that I Kalim the Shom, who rak b'pchinas head hametzias chulu. I think this is the part we didn't learn the brackets. He said that the head that I Kalim, we say there's no Kalim in Ak, is not ultimate. It's only that they're not felt. They're not seen as a metzius.
They're overpowered.
Overpowered, yeah. Like you say the aces achik in the heaven. The heaven tevab meir, you carve in the aces, you don't see aces, it's so shining that it's over, it's not seen. If you want to see the aces, you have to put in the shaiva, you have to stamp it somewhere else, and there you'll start seeing the kelim, the metzius. In him, it's not seen. It's there, but it's not seen. So that's because it's lost to something greater. Mikoma came. An atik is true to say that there's no kelim at all. Ak, why does Ak have to have kelim? Who b'chinas arich to call elamis? Ak l'gabe elamis is like arich is l'gabe elamis. It's the encompassing all elamis. Arich of Keser is the mocker only of Atzilus. Ak is the mocker for all elamis. Bri Yitzir Asi the Klolos. Mishkos Kotel Babir the Mitzayim Shem Amish Chasidim. Aval b'chinas atik. What's atik?